What's great with you today, man? Where your energy at? Today is Mental Health Mondays. And I'm understanding what's going on with anxiety, depression. Um, hmm. Let's play right here. Let's throw out the word ideas. Let's say we have a constellation of thoughts that want our consciousness to invest fully in them. Now, if those thoughts aren't positive and uplifting, they have a attractor energy pattern to them. So whatever those thoughts are, just think about it as a magnet. It's going to draw that to it. So if I'm affirming myself as not being enough, if I'm affirming myself as I don't deserve it, if I'm saying anything to myself and these constellations of thoughts end up capturing my consciousness completely, I become whatever my consciousness is focused on. The identity of myself is lost because I'm no longer conscious of who I am. My consciousness has been taken over by, it could be my thoughts. When I say a constellation, think about a constellation of stars. How many stars are in the constellation? We have that many thoughts. So if I deal with this thought, that thought, this thought, and this thought, and that thought, I'm tired just sitting still, and I'm allowing energy that's not even present to dictate how I'm feeling right now. Attractor energy field. What are you attracting in your energy field based on your subconscious thoughts? You can be like, I'm not thinking about that right now. Cool. But you ever thought about that our DNA naturally has some hardwire in it, which is called a belief system that attracts stuff to us? What I mean by that is, you could be having a successful career, beautiful relationship, finances in the bank, kids healthy, but at the same time too, you can be suffering from a sickness. It could that sickness can come from your ancestors in a DNA level, feeling like they're not deserving. They could have came from a time when there was depression, money was scarce, they wasn't secure where they would actually live and eat. And when that happens to our ancestors 1,000 years ago, it's automatically ingrained in our DNA. It becomes part of our software. Our software is what functions and feeds our belief system. Our subconscious mind, like a hard drive that brings up stories that aren't present right now based on our thought process. And we're using that primitive energy of survival that's trying to help us survive physically and makes us defend ourselves psychologically when a rude awakening. There's going to be a cycle for that pain by the ego just to give you enough attractor energy fields that it keeps you at lower vibration, because that energy has to feed on something. So it's going to give you a thought. You engage that thought has an emotion. You're going to get that emotion. After a while, that thought becomes an attitude, because that's your temperament. Now your attitude is that. Now before you know it, you're a 24/7 buffet of feeding yourself lower energy thoughts. And you wonder why you're feeling the way you're feeling. If we overstress and don't relieve it, it comes to hypertension. How many of our family have hypertension, high blood pressure, because we're overly stressed and we're not speaking about it? The attractor energy field is causing us to be sick on the inside. So when we're stressing, it closes our heart, and our heart chakra has to be open to receive that light, that delight, that bliss. And if I close it, depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, because we're not running from the source's power. We close our heart off, and we close something off. If we close our eyes, it's going to be dark, right? So if we close our heart, it's going to be dark. When we open our eyes, we have light. When we open our heart, we have light. That's the way we sustain that blissful feeling, by keeping our heart and our mind open, regardless of what thought come up, what situation happens outside of us, or whatever it may be. Face it with an open heart and feel that uncomfortableness. Feel that what you call pain. Feel that inconvenience. And when you feel it and recognize it, Not try to rationalize with it or see what's going on. It's a sign like, hey, will you release me? And if you release me, I will give room to joy, to blissness, and that inner peace that you want to have. It's naturally ours. But we have to remove something that's stopping us from receiving that natural peace. Are you ready to do that work within yourself and discover what's stopping you from feeling your innate birthright of peace, of blissness, and of self-fullness? And we're thinking we're empty, we're thinking we're by ourselves, we're thinking from a victim role. We're not engaging with that source that's always abundant, always available, always prosperous regardless of what's going on. So on this Mental Health Monday, we're gonna take off that victim costume, and we're gonna put on that victory outfit. Healing with yourself is a lifestyle. Meditation, breathing, that's wonderful. But if we're not mindful of where our consciousness goes, and our energy continuously flow in a lower vibration that's not helping us or nobody else, we're going to be depleted. We're going to be overly tired. Affiliation and association. Hang around people that have higher vibrations, that feel joy within themselves. That stuff contagious. You are the sum total of the people and the thoughts you allow to entertain your free time and space. So look at yourself, not from a judgmental standpoint, but from a analyzation standpoint. Analyze my people, places, and things, even my music. What am I allowing in my ears? What people am I allowing to influence me? Where am I going? All this is energy. So be very mindful where you're taking yourself, because you could get robbed of your energy, not understanding that. You could allow thoughts to kidnap your consciousness, and now your thoughts are running wild. Here come anxiety, here come depression, whatever it may be, because the way you're thinking about it. You're doing this to yourself. A high percentage of mental health is something that we inflict within ourselves. Mine came from concussions. Other mental health issues can come from traumatic situations. So it's not a bad thing. Don't look at it like that. It's just something that needs to be accepted, recognized, and worked with, so we can actually heal with it and stop dealing with it. So we can grow with it and stop this, nah, I don't know what's going on. Wake up to your higher divinity self. Yeah, it's going to be a little uncomfortable, but in physics they call it turbulence. We need some type of turbulence to shake us up, to make us want to feel better. If I want to be depressed, who knows? I want to be who I am right now as a spirit. But I was so uncomfortable within my skin, tired of suffering in silence, I had to find another way. So day by day, I started adding this another piece of positivity to me, looking at stuff positive, trying to find some each day that's going to be loving. Let me look out each day in the world and find something loving, find something beautiful. If your mind lower vibration, you will think nothing's beautiful. Every day you go out, look for something beautiful. Find that silver lining. Be that change that you want to see. Namaste, Thug. Love yourself unconditionally. And if nobody told you today, I love you, I believe in you, and you can do this. Namaste, Thug. True heart under God. Remember, your wellness is your breath. Peace.